Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Imagine a forest fire here. Oh, Jesus! Imagine a forest fire there, dude. All those vills would be dead, absolutely. But I think Rappel's gonna save a couple of them. Are you kidding me? Is Matry's gonna finish off those vills? Finish her off. Nice. 1, 2. What is that? Just 2 dead vills? Is that really only 3 dead vills? There we go. All right, so Matry's getting a little bit of a counterattack going there. Alrighty, everybody. Some people in chat were predicting that Rappel would. It's Rappel's map pick since he lost game number 2. Some people were predicting he would go for a water map, and it is true. We do have a water map, right? Marsh is a water map, right? It's a water map for sure. There is technically water on this map. No fish, but there is water. Anyways, okay. So we are on Marsh. This is Rappel's map pick. Rappel is sticking with Odin. He is sticking with Odin. Not a big surprise here, honestly. We can talk about it later. We can talk about, you know, the Norse picks here, which major god to pick here in a second. Let's look at his map real quick. He's got forward deer. He used great hunts, so he's got a whole bunch of them. On top of that, he's got backwards hippos, which is really nice, and he's also got a backward gold mine. So,
my hero!
Oh, FB with the gifted 5. Hell yeah, Kasgard, Cassius, Draven, Fabian, and Hajim. All with a little surprise Fimbulwinter gift. Thank you, Peffy, and welcome to Valhalla, all of you 5. Happy for the win, baby. Happy for the win. Happy King, hell yeah, dude. Okay, let's Peffy, stop distracting me with your generosity. Stop distracting me. We have serious games to play here. But I'm just kidding. But seriously, right? But seriously. So obviously with Marsh, you're gonna have good hunt. You know, he's got 3 hippos, plenty of deer, so that's a good amount of hunt. You know, we've talked in the past about how potentially you can maybe not have very good hunt after like a second or third hunt spot. There is hunt.
Frank is gonna come.
Okay, Frank enjoyed the gifted sub. He's all hyped off of that. He's all hyped off of the gifted sub. Anyways, yeah. So I think there's enough. I think there's enough food here for Rappel to have, you know, a really solid economy. He's got a gold mine down on this bottom side, which is not that great, but it's not that bad. It's definitely better than the previous game, right? It's definitely better than the previous game, but there's a big difference in this game. There's a big difference in this game. Matry's is Thor. I haven't really introduced this game all too well, but Rappel is actually, Matry swaps over to Thor, which is a little bit interesting. I still think that
do not come. Aston 101.
We're working on it, Stone. We're working on it. Okay, we're working on it. But okay, so hear me out. So I think that Loki is still a good god on this map, because it's really open. It's generally really open. You can play defensively. There, you know, can be really good hunt, but there can also, you know, if Rappel didn't have these 3 hippos right here, he would have really sketchy hunt. Like this would be his next hunt patch up on this top side. That's pretty open, man. That's pretty open. There's walling potential. There's walling potential, but it would be a little bit rough completely walling these off early on. And then, of course, there's plenty of hunt in the middle, but, you know, that's in the middle closer to Loki. So I'm not super surprised that Matry swaps over to Thor. I think basically any of the Norse gods are viable here. Just kind of depends on how you actually decide to execute whatever strategy you're going for. Anyways, okay, so we got Freya coming in for both of these guys. Freya coming in for both. Matry's with a little bit of a forward temple. He gets the Trojan Gate hinge. Walls and gates are stronger. Okay. Are there any relics, good relics here? Human soldiers more resistant to pierce attacks. Remember, that does not impact throwing axemen. Don't forget, everybody, throwing axemen are not archers. They are infantry. They do melee damage, hack damage, whatever you want to call it. Looks like Rappel. Looks like, well, either of these guys are going to go for it anyway. Who's going to get it? Rappel gets it. And Matry's like, shut up. Anyways. Okay, boom. Valkyries out for the boys. Longhouse. It'll be interesting to see, is Rappel going to start with Ulfsarks? This is, in my opinion, this is one reason why Odin is really dangerous for Thor to play against. Back in the day, you would usually see a lot of just RC mass RC wars in a matchup like this. But finally, with Rubly Balance patch 5.0, Titans players finally realized that Ulfsark raiding is a viable strategy, you know, to kind of become more pervasive and ubiquitous in the wider community. Anyway, so having said that, he is going for RC, okay. But starting off, that one reason why Odin is dangerous, in my opinion, against Thor is because of the Ulfsarks. Now, you don't necessarily want to mass Ulfsarks, but I think it's definitely viable to maybe start off with a handful of Ulfsarks, get some really good raids going with that. And there we see the first forest fire. Get some really good raids, force a reaction from your opponent. We got, oh, what a nice job by Rappel getting that, sneaking that villager into the sentry tower. Anyways, the point is that the threat of the Ulfsark raid is valuable in and of itself. Whether or not it's strong, you know, the threat of it is potentially really dangerous. Anyways, having said that, it looks like Rappel's doing a great job. Yeah, Matry's trying to jump back over to his forest fire to try and protect him, but Rappel's doing an excellent job trying to block that Valkyrie. And this is kind of funny. Is this a raid? I don't think this is a raid just yet, but you know, Rappel, those two hippos right there are going to start decaying. Anyways, I'm not quite finishing my thought on Ulfsarks and whatnot, but I think probably. Okay, so Rappel's going for mass RC. Okay. At least for now. Maybe he'll swap in some other units eventually. But here's the thing: if you go for mass RC, and you don't have the same amount of hunt compared to your Thor counterpart, Thor can start getting those armor upgrades and just start taking better fights. So by all means, Odin can have really nice food eco. Thor does too with Pig Sticker, but you know, still, you don't need the upgrade for Odin to get the little bonus. So we are actually, it's kind of funny. I'm talking about Ulfsarks for so long, and we are going to have just straight up RC raiding cavalry wars. Is he gonna get the pick? Yeah, got the pick. Okay, so one villager difference there between the two gents. One villager difference. Well, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. I've been talking about, Ulfsarks for so long. Not that, going for mass Ulfsarks is necessarily the play, but it'll be interesting now that we see they're both going into just straight up raiding cavalry. It'll be interesting to see if Rappel needs to find enough damage so that he mitigates any armory upgrade potential that Thor player has. That's essentially what I'm trying to say here. I know it took me forever to actually say it, but that's essentially what I'm saying here. And it looks like Rappel's. See, this is maybe, I'd like to see a forest fire here, right? Nice reaction time by Matry's. Really nice reaction time by Matry's. Might get a Vil pick there. Might get a Vil pick if his Valkyrie was on point, but not quite. Matry's does not have upgraded raiding cavalry just yet. He needs to be careful with which fights he takes, man. He needs to be really careful with which fights he takes. He does have an additional Valkyrie out, though. That's interesting. And he's getting Aurora Borealis. Wow. So Matry's somehow has that much favor for another Valkyrie and, the upgrade for Valkyries. Interesting. Very interesting. Instead of going for Thundering Hooves, medium raiders, etc., he's going for the Valk play. That Valkyries make such a big difference. That's essentially how Recon beat me in Fimbulwinter #1. I got second place in my own tournament, Fimbulwinter #1, back in the day. He was nice raid here. Again, Rappel getting the better raids, it looks like. Well done. This should be a couple of dead villagers at least. Boom. There's 2, 3. It's gonna get 4. I think that's 4 dead vills, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that might have been 5 dead vills right there. He lost RC, right? But that was a pretty good raid right there. Pretty good raid. Rappel's ahead by 4 vills at this point in time. Okay, finally Matry's has got the medium upgrade. Himself. Okay. Hippos are done. See, the hippos are done. Now what? Is he going to go up here to these water buffalo on this top side? This is kind of the uncomfortable situation for Rappel, though. He's got Hunt up on this top side, which he wants to try and secure, but the gold is on the bottom side. It is 9.5 minutes, so his gold mine is going to run out here pretty darn soon. So it's going to be a little bit risky sending your units up here to Hunt. when you're gonna have to focus down on this bottom side here pretty darn soon. Speaking of gold, speaking of focusing on gold, Rappel's getting such better raids here. Such better raids here. He's ahead in the villager numbers, and he's getting the better raids. So, I mean, a couple of minutes ago, I said he needs to make sure he gets better raids in order to mitigate any difference in the armory upgrades. Has he accomplished that? Maybe. Maybe. Maiden's still traumatized by the Valk spam. Dude, I just did not make enough hearse here. And, you know, it was like, what was it? It was like 3-1 or 4-2 or something like that I ended up losing. I can't quite remember, but yeah. Oh, Jira. One day, once Retold comes out, Recon and I can have some more Norse Wars. Hey, would you have Thundering Hooves coming in? Thundering Hooves just came in for Matrews, okay. So Rappel did do damage, sure, but he needs to be careful. No Thundering Hooves for Rappel just yet. Maybe he'll get it. He has the resources for it. Not quite the favor, not quite the favor. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Imagine a forest fire here. Oh, Jesus. Imagine a forest fire there, dude. All those vills would be dead, absolutely. But I think Rappel's gonna save a couple of them. Are you kidding me? Is Matrews gonna finish off those vills? Finish her off. Nice. 1, 2. What is that? Just 2 dead vills? Is that really only 3 dead vills? There we go. All right, so Matrews getting a little bit of a counterattack going there. A little bit of a counterattack going. Nice, nice, very nice. Rappel still does not have Thundering Hooves. Okay. Temple going down. Where are these boys going? Are they seriously? Ooh, they're gonna hit the gold mine down here. Rappel. Rappel's pushing. Okay, so Rappel's pushing here. But Matrews is going for the raid, and Matrews is up through Scotty, dude. He's up through Scotty. He has a stronger medium raiders. He has a stronger raiders with Thundering Hooves. Okay, but still, boom. Okay, sick. Both these guys, they're just throwing the horses at each other, baby. Hello. Okay. I guess Matrews is up heroic, but still, he does not have gold income at the moment. Rappel technically does, but having a Vill fight to try and keep it alive. Okay, Rappel's taking the fight under the town center. Remember, medium, what are they called? The Raiders, Thundering Hooves Raiders for Matrews. Rappel's got the bigger army here, but again, he's got the weaker raiding cavalry because no upgrade, and he's fighting underneath the town center. Who's taking the better fight, dude, here? I can't tell. Matrews is down at 30 villagers compared to 36 for Rappel. So by all means, bold players are losing a whole bunch of villagers. By all means. I don't know who it's better for, though. I don't know who it's for, really. Matrews decides to use his frost there to just stop the aggression, but Rappel's got plenty more where that came from, baby. Rappel's still got... What? Really? Really? No gold eco. No gold eco for Matrews, and he just calls it. Really? Really? Wow, so the aggression, yes, it finally pays off. The aggression from Rappel actually pays off. Okay, Rappel goes up 2-1. Yeah, Matrews goes the heroic route. Rappel goes the aggression route, and the aggression pays off. What a nicely timed attack there by Rappel to just push in. He ends up villager fighting here to kind of mitigate the raid a little bit. Rappel does not invest the 500 gold in order to go heroic, so he's got plenty of gold to afford more raiding cavalry, for example. So by all means, Matrews did end up getting the Thundering Hooves, but nothing else, none of the armory upgrades. He decides to go heroic instead of going for armory upgrades, and he just gets gold starved. Well done by Rappel, man. Well done by Rappel. Rappel had nice raids. Definitely had nice raids throughout the game. Matrews had good raids himself. Definitely had good raids himself, but still. 39 pop and Maiden X surprised by he resigned. Yes, it didn't feel that way. Shut up, Sigma. It did felt a little bit since he used the frost. That's why I was so surprised, because he used the frost. He used the frost, and he still, you know. Where's his hunt, man? Like, where's his villagers? He's down on 26
I'm
villagers.
gonna come.
Okay, fine. Matry's lost a lot of villagers in that fight right there. Okay,
Yawn
fine. Okay,
24
fine.
What the
is gonna
fuck is
come.
going on here?
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. He just uses frost, man. That's why I was a little bit surprised. Anyways, well done to Rappel, man. Well done to Rappel. That was a good win. Good win for game number 2. We got plenty more coming, people. We got plenty more coming, so buckle up.